Hey everyone, Final here. I received in the new Ultramarine models that I pre-ordered, and today, I'll be unboxing them. So far, I've received in Cato Sicarius, Marneus Calgar in his Terminator armor, and the new squad of Victrix Honor Guard. I haven't received my Ultramarines upgrades and transfers box yet, because to be honest, I completely forgot to order it. Here are the new Victrix Honor Guard. The box comes with 3 models instead of the 2 that we got with the Marneus Calgar and Victrix Honor Guard, and you can also alternatively build them as the Chapter Ancient, the Chapter Champion, or the regular Victrix Honor Guard. If you decide to build all 3 as Victrix Honor Guard, here's what they end up looking like. They look really cool, although I kind of missed the shields from the other version. I've always loved those winged helmets, although I'm a little nervous about the cape. Here's some zoomed in shots of the Chapter Ancient and Champion. Let's open this up and see what we're dealing with. Alright, 40mm bases, pretty standard. Let's take a look at the smaller sprue. Okay, kind of expected. The usual legs, leg armor, back and front armor. Although the parts like the arms and backpacks are slightly more detailed. Nice, there's 2 of the helmets. They look kind of similar. Oh, that's probably the Chapter Champion sword. Very cool. Although, let's take a look at these. Yep. Wow, those are quite some mold lines. Games Workshop is really hit or miss on these. Sometimes on the new models, they're hidden away somewhere or you can barely see the mold lines. Or, they're like these and they're really prominent. There's going to be a lot of cleaning to do. For the bigger sprue, it looks like this is where all of the big parts are. We've got capes, the giant banner. Oh, a lot of small details. And wait, are those 2 more helmets? Nice texture on the banner. Shouldn't be too terrible to paint. Power axes, bolt pistols. Alright, cool. Let's take a look at the book and see how they're actually built. Okay, some interchangeable parts. Oh, wow. There's 6 helmets for a squad of 3? That's interesting. There's going to be a lot of parts for the bits box. Those pauldrons are really cool. Alright, so here we can build the Chapter Champion. Pretty standard stuff so far. Assuming we manage to clean everything off. Oh no, it looks like the capes are in 2 pieces. I guess I'll have to break out some of my gap filler stuff. And for the Chapter Ancient, wow, that banner is quite sizable. Hopefully I can paint this one as a sub-assembly. I probably just won't attach the arm or something. And then the rest of the Victrix Honor Guard. I think they're pretty standard besides the 2-piece cape. Besides the guy in the middle, I probably don't need to paint them as sub-assemblies. And here are the stats for the Victrix Honor Guard. Although again, they're probably different by now. Next we have... Hi, Cato Sicarius! He's definitely a really detailed model. There's so much going on with him. The fancy helmet, the banner, all that extra trim. This will be a crazy paint job. Oh, that's too bad. So he doesn't have a helmeted option. Looks like just stoic and yelling. Let's take a look. Alright, again, it's a 40mm base. Nothing fancy about it. Now, for his sprue, I thought there'd be a lot more parts on it. There doesn't seem to be that many. Oh, there are the heads. They look a lot more detailed here than on the box art. Yeah, they've definitely jam-packed all of his parts with detail. And look at all of that trim. I think everything has extra trim. I'm trying to find the helmet. I wonder if you can cut it off and then use a Victrix helmet for him. Ah, no, you know what? I think there it is. Looks like his helmet's molded into the cape. It also comes in multiple pieces, so it's a little harder to cut out. Yeah, that's probably the other wing. I see the brush thing. That's too bad. Now for the mold lines. Oh wow, yeah, they're pretty bad on this one as well. I don't think they're as bad as the Victrix Honor Guard, but they're pretty close. The only saving grace is that a lot of the mold lines are on edges, so they should be easy to clean off. Oh, I completely forgot about that base. Oh, I love that inscription on it, although I'm not sure what the top part says. The bottom one's obviously McCrag. I wonder how he'll be to build. Alright, leg armor attached to the body. Add on the decorations. Add on the... Whoa, that arm's attached to the cape and back piece. That's kind of weird. More details, more details. Okay, the helmet's a couple of different pieces. Pauldrons and another two-piece cape. Great. That's always exciting. And then head, banner, and he's assembled. Okay. Not too much room for sub-assemblies besides the backpack banner combination. And, you know, of course the rock. And here are the stats in case anyone's interested. Although by now they're probably outdated and patched up and all that stuff. Finally, we have Marneus Calgar in his armor of Antilocus, in his Terminator armor. Yeah, we'll go with that. I love that he has an action pose instead of that weird arm-raising one in his Gravis armor. And that's it. I don't think there's any room for customization for him. Let's free him from this box. Oh, okay, I think this one's a 50mm base. And for his sprue, wow, there's a ton of parts jammed on here. I mean, as expected, but they're really, really ornate as well. Now, Terminators usually have a lot of straight edges, so mold lines are easy to clean off, but I'm not really seeing too many on here. There's some faint ones, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Not bad, I think this one's pretty good for mold lines. I'm hoping he'll be pretty easy to build, like a Terminator. And yeah, he is. Put the legs on, put the back on. Arms, pauldrons, other arm, other pauldron. And cape? Okay, that's really the only difference between him and a normal Terminator, I guess. At least as far as building goes. Yeah, he's pretty straightforward. Although I'm a little disappointed he only gets a bare head. I might give him that Terminator helmet from the helmet upgrade pack we're supposed to be getting. And here are the weapons. All twin-linked, obviously. So that's it for the Ultramarines pre-orders that I've gotten so far. It should be enough to keep me busy for a while. Out of all of these, the Victrix are definitely the most customizable. I'm looking forward to building and painting them up. Cato Sicarius will probably take me the longest to paint. He has so many different details between all of that trim, the banner, the weapon, the helmet, just everything on there. He's covered in details. Now, Calgar will probably end up sitting until I get that helmet upgrade sprue or whatever that thing is that we're supposed to be getting. Although, who knows, maybe I'll build and paint him up without the helmet and then just glue it on later. You know, that's always an option. These guys all looked really cool. I don't really regret buying any of them. I do have the upgrade pack and transfers coming, so if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.